record this. What's the formula for finding the area when we want to use trigonometry?
Sorry, sir?
What is the formula for the area?
Sir, 1/2.
It's the 1/2. So A is equal to 1/2.
And
Yeah,
then
you
times
get,
70.
and then sine of the angle. Let's call it angle C. Sine C. Now the letters are just arbitrary, meaning they are just assigned letters. What will be our A and B? Yes, 17 and 12. So the area becomes 1/2. 17 and 12, you can interchange them because they're just A and B. Sine of, what is our angle? 75. Then just plug in this in the calculator to get the value for the area. And we will, what's the answer? 98.52. So this is in terms of centimeters, so cm squared. Okay, so 2 decimal places, that's why we have 0.52. So area, as you can see, the angle is always in between the two sides. The sides will be the A and B. And then just get the sine of the angle in between. That's how you get the area. Okay, let's go to the next one. Is that clear? Okay, let's take this away. Okay, so as you look at this is the angle in between. The area again is half. I'll get the sides, 15 and 10, and then sine of the angle in between, 85, and then that's it.
Sir, wait, sir, are we...
Letter B.
Sir, 75.7.
What did you get, Aaron?
74.7.
74.71, same. So units, that's cm squared. So as long as you know the formula for the area and you know how to plug in the numbers, you will always get the correct answer. Okay.
Sir, from the fourth one, do you use category?
For the fourth, let's look at the next one. So we're now in this one.
Yes, sir.
Let's make that smaller. So solve for the value of x in the given triangle, expressing your answer correct to decimal places. There is no assurance that this is 90 degrees, so we cannot assume that. Okay? But what we can do, this is about cosine law. Did you study cosine law? Cosine law? Okay, let's check, huh? So cosine law, knowing an angle and the opposite side. So it's always, so you have x squared is equal to, get the other two sides, square, plus 10.2 square minus 2ab, so you can have 13.5 and then 10.2, this time by cosine of the angle in between, which is 33. So always start with the side opposite the angle, so that is your x squared. After that, you can just put everything in the calculator, and that will be the value of x squared.
So 55?
That's x squared.
Yes. 55.
Did you get 55? And then after that, you get the square root.
Which is 7.44.
So 7.44. So in the end, x is 7.44. The units, so this is an x, so this is centimeters. So do not be confused in setting up the equation. The one on the other side is the side opposite the given angle. You can always use cosine if you have two sides sandwiching the angle, so meaning the angle is in between the two sides and you're looking for the side opposite the given angle. Okay, number 5. The figure, so this is about bearing. So for bearing, very important idea is that you always measure from the north axis. If it says I want to get, or we want to get the bearing from B, or B from A rather, So you're getting the bearing of B from A. What is the answer? You're measuring so from the north axis to the line, it is 48.
48, sir.
Correct? So from A, meaning you start looking at A. And where is B in reference with A? So that's the angle 48. So this is 48 degrees. Now let's go to C from A. So C from A is the angle from the dotted line to the line connecting A and C. But how do we know the A and C angle? I mean the angle on the line AC. We know 48, but we need to know this small side. Is it possible for us to get this side, this angle? Is there a way that we can get this angle? How? Okay, the sum of the angles in a triangle is always 180. And you know two of them. So what we can do, we add 89 and 56, and we will subtract them from 180. What is the final angle? 35. Okay, so this is 35. Now that we know that the small angle here is 35, so what will be the bearing from A?
Sir, add 48.
Add 48 and 35. So 48 plus 35, that is equal to 83 degrees. Did you learn how to write the bearing? It should be three numbers. So 43 will become 48 will become 048. 83 will become 083. Okay, always three numbers. The last thing is C from B. Reference is B, but we want to calculate the bearing of C from B. Letter C is not the same as A and B in a sense that there is no line drawn on the B. So you have to make your own line. So we'll be making a new line on B. So what you want to measure is the angle from the north axis down to the line connecting B and C. So we have to use some information to get this. What can you suggest?
Sir,
Uh-huh.
since it's parallel to A, it's also 48.
The angle here is also 48.
Yes, sir.
So alternate interior angles idea. So this is 48
And then you subtract
from 89. So to get the small angle here.
you get 41.
So this angle is 41. But how do we use that 41 to find the angle from the north to the line BC? Okay, so since we know that the line is a straight line and you just want to get the angle that is part of that, so we subtract 41 from 180. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So we just want this angle. So if we know the small angle is 41 and the whole thing is 180, so you subtract 180 and 41. Final answer? 139 degrees. Yeah. Okay, just go. And then finally, number 6. Let's look at number 6. So it looks complicated, but let's just take the information one at a time. The rectangular box in which EH is already there. It's
Sir,
it's 4. Huh? No, we need to find x. Yeah,
right?
y is an angle, x is a side.
Right.
Okay, so when given a rectangular box, there are things that you can assume. One idea is that this is 90 degrees. Do you agree?
Yeah.
It's not written there, it's not drawn there, but we know that's 90 degrees. If you use the visual, the one inside is a triangle connecting A, G, and E. Can you see that?
Yes.
So we can make a similar triangle to that. So this is E, this is G, and this is A. This is 90. What is the measure from E to G? What is the measure from E to G as shown on the triangle? Is 5. What is the measure from E to A?
E to A, 6.
Is 6. And what we want is AG.
Oh, so can we use some dots?
Not Sokotowa.
Sir, Pythagorean.
Pythagorean, because you're given two sides.
Oh.
So you have, again, the hypotenuse is the one opposite the 90. So x squared is equal to 6 squared plus 5 squared. That will be 36 plus 25. What's 36 plus 25? 36 plus 25.
61.
61. That is only the x squared. What is the value of x? Square root of
61.
61. Final answer? 7.81. 8 and 1?
81, sir.
81. So this is a side. So measure should be in centimeters. And finally, for y, I hope you can see that y is the angle on the G. This is the y. See that in the figure? Right? Now, you can use Sokotowa. So this is 6 and 5 known. Opposite, adjacent.
Tangent, sir.
Tangent of y is equal to 6 over 5. And remember how we answer number 1.
Wait, so don't you have
This is
to
for the
shift the...
Yeah, shift. So tangent inverse of 6 over 5. That will give you the value for the y.
50.
Final answer?
50.19.
50.19
19, sir.
degrees. That's the value of y.
Alright, cool.
Okay?